Launching a new band or starting fresh with a new one can be such a daunting task. You have to build your reputation up from the start again, and you have to attract attention in an already really crowded marketplace. In this video, I'm giving you my 3 biggest pieces of advice for new bands starting out, and I'm handing it over to Marc Ainley from Let Man Loose, my very special guest on today's show, to talk about his own first-hand experiences starting a new band and tell us what valuable things he's learned so far. Hey guys, my name is Jenna Potter and welcome to Publicify. If you want to learn all about DIY music marketing the simple way, then you've come to the right place. Please like or subscribe to this page to stay tuned on my twice-weekly videos. Now on to today's topic, starting a new band. My first piece of advice for you is to tackle your local market first. Make everyone fall in love with you there before you even think about branching out. Venues and promoters want to see numbers. They want to make sure that you can draw in a pretty big crowd and make the money. If you play local gigs, you can invite your friends and family along, sell them tickets, and you can start building a local fan base that will attend your shows and give you that tangible proof that you can draw numbers, which will help you book tours outside of your hometown. If you're a really new band with no reputation yet, it can be quite difficult to even book your local bars and venues. This is where you kind of have to take a step back and start supporting your local bands and musicians instead of doing your own headline gigs. Start building a rapport within your local community and show off that you can draw numbers to these gigs. Then you can start putting on your own shows. Tip number 2, it's never too early to start documenting your journey on social media. You may feel like you don't have enough going on for your band at the moment and that no one will be watching, which may very well be true, but it's good to get into a habit of documenting your journey through videos, posts, Facebook live streams, and the list goes on and on. Not only is it good practice to get comfortable in front of the camera now before you become a huge superstar, it's also a great way to show off personality as your new fans start coming in and they'll fall in love with your band as well as yourself. Tip number 3, network, network, network. You can never stop networking. Go to local shows, get a drink with people, speak to bands, speak to fans, speak to venue promoters, speak to the bartenders, speak to the door guy, just speak to everyone. You never know who will be able to give you an amazing opportunity that will get your foot in the door simply because they already know your face and like you. And now I'm handing this over to Marc to dish out his tips and his own personal experiences starting a new band. He has some great information, so I really recommend you stick around for this.
Oh, when did you start Let Man Loose?
Well, 3 of us were in a band called Felony for about 6 years, and we decided we wanted to just freshen things up a little bit with some new material and add a new member into the mix. So one of my best friends, Jamie, who had always sort of said, I'd like to join you on stage one day, sort of kept asking me, and one day I just thought, why not? Asked him to join.
When you start a new band and you have to start creating all these social media accounts, what have you learned any tips and tricks along the way to get that initial following and that hype? Because I know it's hard at the beginning.
The thing I've concentrated on a lot this time is making it easier for potential fans and promoters.
Yes.
Or just anyone that might be interested in us. Obviously people have got a short attention span these days. They like things to just be there.
Right there.
As like a second's notice. So I concentrated on making our website easy to navigate. It's got a bar at the top with our Facebook, Twitter, like all the social media links you could want at the touch of a button.
Exactly. It's great to have a website as well for new bands because you need to have somewhere that you can find all your information, especially for press and industry people, because that when they Google your name, they're just going to want to find one spot where they can find everything. So yeah, good job on the website. So, as a new band, it can be a little bit difficult booking gigs because promoters don't know your name and it's a gamble they don't really want to take. How do you convince people at the start to book you?
We've tried to shy away from pointing out that we had a previous band.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's been a few promoters that have booked that band in the past that have liked us, so we haven't had to do that with those guys. We just say, remember us, this is our new band, check us out. But what I did this time that I've never done before is a short press release. Okay. So I made myself like an A4 PDF, picture at the bottom, header at the top, all the social media links in, and then a really snappy sort of blurb to sort of say, this is what we sound like, this is what we do, this is why we're good, or whatever.
Yeah, so just have a really good press release at the start, just to show off what you can do. So in social media recently, it seems like the whole craze of stories is Messenger and Instagram and Snapchat obviously were the originals. And I think we're going into a direction where video is very important. Fans want that immediate access on the go, want to see what you're doing live. How do you think that's worked out for you? Because I know you do those a lot with your band.
Yeah, we like to use stories. Partly, one of the reasons we do that is because we like to put a certain standard of picture on our actual Instagram page. So we like that. We like people to be able to go on there and see high quality pictures showing off good stuff. But stories, especially on Instagram, we found is a really good way to just get straight to people, and we don't necessarily have to think too much about the picture quality that we're putting on. It's literally just a snapshot into this is what we're doing right now. And we like to sometimes go live, like we've propped the camera up at a rehearsal and gone live for a few minutes just to let people see what we're up to.
Yeah, going live is another great thing to do.
Yeah.
Facebook as well. I know Facebook pushes live, and if you go live, they'll actually push your post higher on the page.
Yeah.
Because right now, only 1% of people who like your page are actually seeing your posts. Mm-hmm. So you gotta work with the system.
Algorithms.
Yeah, algorithms, gotta work with them.
So I'm going to leave Let Man Loose's links in the description below so you can check out their music yourself. Are you on Spotify?
Yes.
So check them out on Spotify, save them, add them to your playlist, and follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, they just talk about your great Instagram photos, so check those out. And stay tuned for what Let Man Loose are doing in the future. Well, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like to let me know, and I'll see you with the next one.